Hey everybody, Aaron Campbell, Stage Dynamics. This is the third video in our ground pistol fighting series. What we're going to talk about now is recovering from the ground once we get there. First video we went over the fall, and we went over fighting from the supine position. In the second video we covered fighting from the fetal position. In this video we're just going to cover recovery from the ground, which works from any position you end up in on the ground. So as you remember, our fall, straight back, one leg up to deliver strikes if necessary. We can draw and access our weapon, shoot from here, press out, full extension. Now once I get my threat down, I have to get up. How do I do it? It's not as complicated as you might think. I want to keep my weapon at all times angled towards my threat. So I don't want to be doing this, getting up like that. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to keep my weapon in the game. Sacrifice a little bit of my stability to base out. Bring one leg underneath me and come to a kneeling position. I can stay here if it makes sense. I can scan, make sure my environment's safe, and then I can come to a standing position, assess my threat, move in, secure their weapon, do whatever I have to do based on your situation. That is one method of recovery. As you saw, I come to a kneeling position. It's a stable position in case my threat becomes a threat again, I can immediately engage again. Another reason we might want to stay in a kneeling position is because of the environment, or because we're not really sure what to do next. It gives us some moments to think, but it gives us a more stable position to fight from and increases our mobility versus still laying on the ground. And then I can come up, I'm recovered completely, go from there. That's one method of recovery. Okay, now the first method I showed you does sacrifice a bit of your weapon stability because you go to one hand. Another method, if you're physically able, is to simply bring your legs underneath you and come to a two knees down or a speed kneel position. From here I can go to one knee up or what have you and recover from there. That method is advantageous obviously because it keeps both hands on the gun. However, a drawback to it is a balance issue. Everything in context. If your environment is unstable, uneven ground, icy, snowy, rain, what have you, that might not be the best method to use, but it does allow you to keep both hands on the gun if the environment's going to allow you to use that method and you're physically able to do it. So definitely practice it before you say, that's the method I'm going to use. And then from here, I can simply recover. Now, all of these techniques I've demonstrated do require a higher level of physical fitness. And everybody knows me, knows I'm big on physical fitness. I consider it an integral part of firearms training. So there are some basic exercise techniques you can use to increase your core stability, your shoulder, your upper body strength that will allow you to perform these techniques in practice and in real life much more effectively and have more precise movements and less loss of efficiency due to instability due to weak muscle groups. All right, so one exercise you can use is you can grab a 5-pound weight, start out light, 10-pound, 15, depending on where you are physically already, and you just basically practice your draw stroke under weight. 10 to 20 repetitions each side, work on that. It's really good for the upper body, great for obviously the arms, and it really works your abs when you come into the extension position. Then you just switch hands and just keep working on it. Go to muscle failure. Give it a few days, do it again, work your way up. Me personally, I like to start out with 10 pound, work my way up to a 25-pound plate, and that usually pretty much burns me out. Make sure that you're very, very conscious of your efficiency of movement. You can even start out with your legs flat and then come up. That increases the difficulty a little bit. One thing you don't want to do is start getting tired and fatigued and getting in the habit of doing very inefficient movements. Keep it as precise as possible. All right, so another exercise we can do is a recovery exercise. Basically the same as the draw stroke. Start with my legs down, my legs up, whatever you want. Practice your draw stroke, and then go through your recovery technique. 10 to 20 repetitions each side, and then repeat other arm. And obviously, I can also work it into my no arm recovery. Really, really good for the abs. All right, I always get questions in email anytime a video comes out about gear. So basically, Kydex I was using today, Kydex I always use, the only Kydex I do use. Off-Grid Concepts. This is the Sidewinder. This is their ADR. This one can be just a traditional inside the waistband holster, and obviously I was using it for appendix, but you can put it anywhere you want. These are both really, really good holsters. And for leather, the only leather I use is the Wild Bill's Concealment Covert Carry. So those are the holsters I was using in today's videos. Some of this fitness stuff and some of the other techniques, you can definitely follow me on Instagram, which is Instagram Sage Dynamics. We're limited a little bit by video. I can only do 14, 15 seconds, I think. But I try to put as many tips as I can on there in the short period of time I'm able. So definitely check that out. And of course, the web, www.sagedynamics.org, and you can follow us on Facebook. I'm Aaron Callen with Sage Dynamics. Social media accordingly.